Hello, hello, and welcome back to stream. Let me get things switched over. It's going to be a little bit of streamception again. Just give me one moment here while I fight with my stream manager. Okay, come on, there we go. Okay, now we'll switch over. Okay. There we go. Alright. We are back with Nancy Drew, Danger on Deception Island, to finish up the game. So let's stream. Not Danger Clam, unfortunately. Okay, so we were working on Hilda's latest puzzle, which is not that. Oh, it was in the email about, well, I'm glad you're here now. Unfortunately, you'll see the back end of the mystery, but you know what? It's an iconic game, and it should be on YouTube, so if you want to watch the VOD sometime, it's all good. I love this game. Okay, we were working on Hilda's most recent little puzzle. So we have to find the number of nuns surrounding St. Horse Harbor, and then the number of isophase buoys plus 4. So let's go back into the portal here and look up nautical terms again. I want to look at isophase again. Some lighted buoys where the light is on and off for equal intervals. Okay. Let's go back out and see what's going on. Music feels quiet.
Dear Ned, here I am on a ferry bound for Deception Island.
Okay. That's better. Okay. Here we go. So, let's go see if we can find some isophase buoys. So an isophase buoy is where the light is on for equal intervals. So for instance, on for 2 seconds and off for 2 seconds. So I don't think that one's an isophase. That one could be an isophase. It's kind of on and off for the same length. Oh, none of those are isophase because they're not blinking. Oh, wait. Okay, so I think what I did wrong here is I switched some of my answers around. So instead of C being 4 isophases, I think they're 4 nuns instead, because they're the red ones that mark the channel. Okay, so here's what we're gonna try. Okay, so let's pull up our GPS. So, oh good, it's saved. Okay. So N48, 42 point A. So let's try 4, because of those 3 on the side, and then the one that's behind us when we're in that screen. Let's try, because I know number 8 is the graffiti buoy, and then let's try with 1 isophase plus 4 would be 5. Yes! Okay. Now we gotta go here. Okay. So, let's see here. If I go back this way, where does that put me? Ooh, don't go past that one. So now I need to go... Hang on just a second. We're gonna get some more streamception. I have to check something. I'm so sorry. Ah, streamception. Okay, we're fine. Sorry. Oh, now it's doing something really weird. Okay, there we're good. Sorry about that. Streaming on one screen is not a great time. We're good though. Everything's fine. What's this? Zaptec transmitters.
I don't know when it opens yet. Hello?
Hello, Nancy. I I commend your ability to take direction and to follow through. You're definitely a cut above. And for that, you've just been rewarded.
You're watching me? Right now?
I told you I would be. I always keep my word, Nancy. I think it's the least human beings can do for each other. Now, here's your next mission. Listen carefully. I hope you like poems. Below ground is a rock with a strange anvil look. When you're near it, behold what's above. Letters found at the beach will put a new spot in reach. Letters only a sailor could love. Oh, my apologies, dear. I'm many things, but I'm afraid I'm not much of a poet.
Okay, now that I'm complaining.
Do you watch everyone in Snake Horse Harbor? Is that how you know something fishy is going on?
I'm a very curious person. I like to know things. Let's just leave it at that. Let's see, where was I? The device you just found. It'll come in handy when you get where you're going after you've gone where my poem takes you. Goodbye, Nancy.
Oh no, please don't hang up. I've got so many questions.
Turn up the voices again. It
Dear
seems
Ned,
much
here
quieter
I am
than
on
yesterday.
a ferry bound for Deception Island. Dear Ned, here I am on a...
Okay, so the poem was in like something below ground, the rock with an anvil look, letters on the beach, something something, letters only a sailor could love. So we have this note that we found on the clamshell over on Hilda's secret island thing. Left and right. And we've already found an anvil rock. Over in the tunnels. I think it's Hot Kettle side, if I remember correctly. Not Lighthouse side, because I don't think there's anything to do Lighthouse side, except for what we've already done. Okay. No, we don't need to talk to them. We need to go back here. Alright. In the tunnels we go. Okay, so we need to find a rock with an anvil look. I have to remember where this is, so I might get lost a couple of times. Don't think it's down this way. No, this is where to get to the other one. One of these two tunnels, okay, it's not this one. I always forget which side leads to the lighthouse. Now I feel silly. How did I manage to get lost? Okay. Is it... maybe it's by the lighthouse. Well, if I can't find it here, after a little bit of trial and error, I'll head over to the lighthouse. Okay, let's go to the lighthouse. Fun little cutscene where we get to walk for miles. Okay. Oh, it is here. I feel silly. Okay, so it said look
There's
above.
an opening up there.
Ooh.
It goes to another tunnel.
Alright, so I wrote down our directions, and I've already translated them from the port and starboard to left and right. So, first we need to go left. Then we need to go right. Right. Okay, great. So it did count those turns. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're gonna get lost. Because for some reason it counts the tunnel turning. I forgot that it does that. If I could just get back to the starting position, that would be fantastic. I should have saved before we went in this. Now you get to have me getting lost. Very exciting. There is one of these rocks has an Easter egg on it, if I am remembering correctly. It's like I'm going in circles. Okay, so now we're at the starting position again. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're going to save. I'll call it stream again. I don't need to rename it. Okay, so we go left, right, right, left, left, right, 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 left, left, right, left, left. Haha! Okay, let's write this down. And 48, 42, 5, 2, 2, west 123, 08.799. I feel like I found it before.
More coordinates.
Oh.
Should have known. More coordinates.
That there's a rock in here somewhere that I think it says Sunny was here, and it's an Easter egg because Sunny June is a reoccurring character in the Nancy Drew franchise until Shattered Medallion. We don't talk about Shattered Medallion, so. Okay, so now we need to go backwards. So we need to go right, right, left, right, right. Whoops. I'm lost. Oh well. And to just click until we find a way back. This is usually how I get out of here anyway. I usually try to do it backwards, and then I inevitably mess it up and just kind of click through until I find the way out. So. Ah, see? Like that. Ta-da! Okay. So, let's walk back to the Hot Kettle Cafe. And then we'll go back to Katie's boat, and then we'll get back in the kayak. Put in the new coordinates. Okay. I need to remember the way out of here. I don't know how I always manage to get so lost in these tunnels. I have navigated these tunnels so much. There we go. We finally get the tunnel track. We had Dirge there for a while. Okay. You know what? I think we should
Nancy,
have...
how's it going?
Oh.
Jenna,
Should
is
talk-
there something
some
you're not
conversations.
telling me about that tunnel I found?
My family has always denied that Shanghaiing ever took place in Snake Horse Harbor. Why? Because it did take place. And my great-great-grandfather, the man who built this place, he was a big part of it. I'd always been told that the tunnel he and his cohorts used to kidnap people had been filled in. And Aunt Iris said nothing to me about that trapdoor you found. If word gets out about that tunnel, the truth about my great-great-grandfather will come out eventually too. I just wanted to spare my parents' feelings.
I really came here to get a bowl of clam chowder, but it feels like after she says it, it'd be like, you know, your clam chowder really is awesome. It's like hush money,
You know,
but clam
your
chowder.
clam chowder really is awesome.
Say no more. Next one will be on the house, too.
I'm so sad I didn't get a muffin
That was
at the beginning of the game
delicious.
because
Here,
then
let me get rid of that for you.
It's been fun talking to you.
Later, Gator.
She hasn't said my favorite, her favorite, like, goodbye phrase that I have is, Nancy says, it's been fun talking to you, and she says, yeah, hasn't it though? We haven't got that in this entire game. We've gotten Holt's
You
watch out for
again?
Caddy.
See you around.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Say
You
watch out.
again?
See you around.
Vote for Holt. Spread the word.
No.
You again?
See you around.
Vote for Holt. Spread the
I
word.
want to watch out for Caddy.
You again?
See you around.
Vote for Holt.
Okay,
Spread the
fine.
word.
I'm not going to.
Hi, Nancy. How's it going?
It's been fun talking to you.
Back at ya.
Okay. Alright. We could go talk to Katie, too. There's a really fun dialogue tree where you can really get in Katie's face about everything.
What's up?
See you in a bit.
Be careful out there.
Okay, well, I can't get in her face about everything yet. Oh, that's right, because I'm missing... Okay, we'll be able to get in her face pretty shortly about things. Okay, so now we're in the water. Now I need to enter our new coordinates. Okay. North 48, 42, 522. I put it on the wrong page. Oh my goodness. Okay, west 123, 08.799. Okay, I'm gonna rewrite that real quick. It's because I like my mystery solving notebook to be organized in chronological order of the game. Okay. And 48, 42.522, west 123, 08.799. Alright, there we go. Another one in the water. Okay, so let's try to get up to it. It's at this point this game starts to get... It's really good. This is like my favorite bit of the game. Where we start putting things together, things get exciting. It's this one, right? Okay, I think so. Okay, so then it said use this item. Ooh. A floaty. Can I have my mouse back? Okay. Some binoculars. Weird. Oh!
Hilda?
Uh-oh, I'm getting predictable. This really will be our last conversation.
Aw.
Oh, I hope not. I'd really like to meet you.
I'm afraid that's not going to happen. So, here you are in the home stretch.
You mean I'm never going to get any kind of explanation? Oh, that's not fair.
Okay, look. When I made my exit from Snake Horse Harbor, I left everything behind. You know, to kind of prove that I'd lost all my marbles. Problem is, I left behind something that I realize now I should have taken with me. My notebook on Benjamin Hawkins. Someone has obviously found it and is misusing it. See, my husband and I explored every inch of land in, around, and under Snake Horse Harbor. What we discovered, and we discovered everything, we wrote down in that notebook.
So this fishy thing that's going on, you feel like it's your fault.
Precisely. So, use what I just gave you and take a look at the boat and the bottle that Andy has. A really good look. When the time comes, you'll know what to do with what you see.
But something just doesn't make sense to me. Why do you want everyone to think you're crazy when you're obviously not?
Oh, Nancy, after my husband died, I just got bored. I love the San Juans, but the people of Snake Horse Harbor, I got tired of them. So I moved across the channel, and to make sure people left me alone.
You pretended to be nuts.
But then I got to thinking that it might be a good idea to make contact with someone trustworthy, just in case. Hence the messages in the bottles. Now, get going before it's too late. And what I just told you, keep it to yourself, okay?
Sure. So you won't be calling me anymore?
No. This, as they say in the business, is a wrap.
Well, I've enjoyed knowing you.
And I you. Thank you, Nancy.
Goodbye, Hilda.
I love Hilda as one of the phone contacts. It's so fun. Like, crazy old lady who's not crazy, but actually trying to make sure that things don't go wrong. Amazing. I don't know if I wish we could see Hilda or if I'm glad that Hilda stays, you know, just a voice with no face. This game is full of great phone contacts. Casey Porterfield, amazing. Hilda Swenson, iconic. Okay, so she said to go over to see the boat and the bottle that Andy has. So let's head over to Whale World. Okay. It's over here. So if we take a good look, a lot of characters share voice actors.
There's some kind of symbols on those
I'm not
sails.
too familiar with a lot of them, but okay. So then we're going to go. Whoop, whoop. I'm trying to draw these symbols, and it's something. Which character are you referring to? Because maybe like the only one that's coming to mind is Prudence Rutherford, but I really don't think they're the same person. And Prudence's voice is a bit different. Okay. You have
Hi,
anything
Nancy.
to say? Oh,
Someone broke into the hot kettle today.
No kidding. Wow, that's the third one this week.
Wow, that's a really great reaction there, Andy.
Apparently all they took was food and boat parts.
Sounds a lot like those two other burglaries.
Thanks for your time.
Whales rule!
Okay, good job, Andy. I went the wrong way. I had to go spinning the whole way around. Okay, so we have seen those symbols somewhere. So let's go. I get to it from the lighthouse, I believe. I don't think I have to go through the tunnel to get to the sea caves. Can I get to it from here? I'm gonna feel real silly. I don't know if I can. No, the passage is underneath. Ah, okay. Silly, silly me. No, wait. No, I'm not silly. Go through the back. Okay. It's fine. You know, it's fine. Okay, here we go. Great, okay. Now we go down here, and then we have to see. Look at that, we know our symbols. Okay. So, we've seen this symbol before, so let's click on it. Is this the one that we can use? It has that, but it does not have a star. Okay, so then the only other symbol we can use is this one. And it has both of the icons we need. Woo. Oh
I
man,
wonder where that goes to.
a secret cave inside the secret cave. Oh man. Okay, so now we need to go turn around, go this way. Okay. Back to Katie's boat. Just bypass Katie and go directly to the kayak. heading over to the sea caves. Oh man.
Wow, this must be where Benjamin Hawkins used to hide out.
Worst place to hide out ever. What in the heck? What's all this? Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
It's the orca.
Wow. Someone's trained her. She's not wild at all.
Plot thickens. The SS Whitechapel
That piece of
Dawn.
driftwood I found must have come from a container just like this one.
Marine animal harness. Oh man. Atlantic herring. What are these?
Firestone. Those must
Katie
belong to Katie.
Could Katie be behind all of this? Can I? Okay.
Maybe she wants to play catch.
Yeah. Surely this won't be important at all. This little, you know, fun playing catch feature won't be very important to us later. Okay, so we should probably go ask Katie why the heck her gloves are in here and the whale is not wild. Oh no.
Hi, Nance. We're bored silly here, so we thought we'd give you a call. What's going on?
Great timing, you guys. You will not believe what I just discovered.
What? Tell us.
For one thing, that orca that's been causing all the trouble around here, it's not wild at all. It's been trained.
How do you know?
Because I played fetch with it. I'd toss something into the water, and it would use its head to kind of bonk it back to me.
Maybe it just picked that up on its own.
No, see, I found this hidden sea cave, and in it was
Yeah.
this harness type
You know,
thing, like the
I imagine the
military
orca
uses
just, like,
on the orcas that it
just
trains.
went out to
What do you
sea.
think it's been trained for?
Or maybe, like, you know, the orca was just vibing and we, you know, carefully went around it.
In the cave, there were also some cargo containers. They were from the Whitechapel Dawn.
You think somebody trained the orca to retrieve containers from that shipwreck?
Casey the librarian did say the ship could have been smuggling something, and people don't usually bother smuggling something unless it's valuable.
Who trained it? That's what I want to know.
Well, in that hidden sea cave, I came across something else.
What?
A pair of work gloves. They had Katie's name on them.
Oh my gosh. Katie's behind all this?
Not necessarily. Those gloves may have been stolen from her.
Have you asked her about them?
Not yet. I'm on my way to do that right now.
Well, get going and let us know what she says as soon as she says it.
I will.
So I know we're in the end game, but I just had the idea. Can we call Casey and follow up about the Whitechapel Dawn?
This is Casey Porterfield
Aw.
at the Maritime Library. Either I'm busy doing research, or I'm on a break, or there's a stained glass exhibit going on somewhere. But in any case, I can't come to the phone, and since the playback button stopped working on this thing about 2 years ago, you're just gonna have to call back.
Okay, Casey, I won't call you again. Okay. I thought you would want to know that you found containers from the Whitechapel Dawn. Alright, let's go talk to Katie. Can I go that way? Oh no, that's a thing with the secrets. Okay. I go here. One more.
Katie's gone.
Her boat's gone. The orchestra, it's gone. Such a weird screen to see without the boat here. Let's go to the hot kettle. Let's go there. Maybe Holt and Jenna can help us.
Hang on, I'll be right with you.
You again?
I need a favor. I need you to take me out on your boat.
Right now? What for?
Well, it's a long story, but Katie Firestone may or may not be involved in something illegal.
I'm not taking my boat out now. It's almost dark. Just call the Coast Guard.
They won't do anything. I don't have proof.
Look, I'm not going anywhere. And if you know what's good for you, neither are you. Just forget it.
I heard everything you told Holt. Believe me, there's nothing I'd like better than to help you get the goods on Ms. High and Mighty. But I got a cafe to run. Try Andy Jason.
Okay. Let's go ask Andy Jason.
Hi, Nancy.
I was hoping you could help me.
I was just about to close up shop, but what do you need?
Katie fixed her boat and took it out. She may have gone out to the site of this old shipwreck. In any case, I'd really like to catch up to her.
And you'd like me to give you a ride?
Just partway. I'd like to try to sneak up on her.
Sneak up on her?
I need you to take me out 1.5 miles due northwest of the lighthouse. Please, this is really important. I can explain on the way.
Oh, man. You've got me so curious there's no way I can say no. You just got yourself a boat ride.
Surely, this cannot go wrong.
I'll be waiting right here.
We're in the end game now, besties. This end game sequence, I have mixed feelings about it. I haven't had much trouble, but this Nancy Drew channel I follow, when they played through Deception Island, they had so much trouble with this endgame scene. I felt so bad, and now I'm like anxious I'm gonna have that much trouble with this endgame scene.
Whale's making her final dive. Good. The launch just brought in the last of the stuff that was stored in the sea cave. Another hour, and we'll be out of here.
Oh man, Katie's got goons. Alright.
If the crew sees me, I'm done for.
I love these games.
What was that?
Oh, they got me.
Oh no!
Oopsie. Looks like we got ourselves a stowaway.
I love these games. Okay, second chance. I didn't think that this playthrough would,
What are you eating?
Beef jerky.
finish up
Liberated
so
it from
quickly.
that camping supply
So I'm trying to figure out what
place.
we want to do
Want
for the
some?
rest of stream.
Still can't believe you robbed those places. The boss was fit to be tied.
I don't have any
especially
other
after you
Nancy
hit
Drew
that
games
cafe.
Having that tunnel
installed,
with
but I
all
think that
those
playing through
trapped
Alibi
doors
and
and
Ashes would
nobody
be
suspecting
so
a
much
thing.
fun.
It was like being a kid with a key to the candy store. I couldn't help myself.
So they're talking about how they've been robbing all the businesses in towns. Towns? Town.
Wonder
Okay.
what's in those? Those look like animal
Animal furs. So we've been bringing back smuggled animal furs.
Hey, no snoozing. Boss says this Nancy Drew person is a real troublemaker.
Like she's gonna show up out here.
I'm just telling you what the boss told me. Now keep your eyes open.
I think I have Alibi and Ashes in my mystery solving notebook. Yes, I do. Alibi and Ashes is a very fun game. Okay, so I think I go this way. Oh,
no!
Okay.
Oopsie. Looks like we got ourselves a stowaway.
Yeah, for sure. It would be super quick to download, but second chance. Hello?
Hey, I could have sworn I saw something move over there.
I was.
Oh no!
Your
Here we go.
toast sister with a capital T.
It's the same voice actress as a gal from one of the suspects from Final Scene, and now I physically cannot hear anything else. I don't know what her name is. I forget what her name is.
What was that?
All right, here we go again.
Oh,
If it ain't the Goyle detective herself.
Popeye. All right, here we are again in this endless cycle. Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay.
Hey, I could have sworn I saw something move over there.
So I'm not doing something right here.
said you might be joining us.
Well, you know, we may be able to get to play something else if I don't spend the next 2.5 hours fighting with this thing. Can I just go for it? Wait, that's not the door, is it? No, that's not the way down.
Oh no!
You're
Nope.
toast, sister, with a capital T.
Okay. Yep, thank you. Let me second chance it. Come on. Okay. So where can I go from here? I can go back.
What was that?
Okay, obviously I can't go back too far.
Well, the boss said you might be joining us.
Here I am, struggling with this final sequence. Okay.
What was that?
Nope. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, the boss said you might be joining us.
Oh, no, I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay. So it says right forward for the steps right. Okay. Okay. I was close. There we go.
Where'd you put the notebook?
Boss has it.
Nice of Hilda Nutjob to leave it behind like that, huh?
Couldn't have pulled this off without it, that's for sure.
Thought I had to hide behind the crates, but apparently I had to hide behind whatever this is. Alright, here we are. Authorized personnel only. Well, that sounds like me. It's the Orca.
That must be the Orca I saw before.
I feel like there might be a reference in here, just like a Easter egg in here, but... Katie?
Katie? Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Nancy, I was afraid no one would ever find me.
What happened? How did you get here?
I fixed my boat and went right out to check on the whale, only the fog was rolling in and it was getting dark. Then I finally saw her, only she was being fed by some men in an outboard. They were putting some sort of harness on her. When they saw me, they rammed my boat, then grabbed me, tied me up, and brought me here. I don't know what's going on.
Oh man.
I think I do. They're using the whale to bring up smuggled cargo from a shipwreck.
Shh! Listen. Someone's coming! Hide! Hide!
There we go. Look at the Andy Jason.
Well, Katie, you'll be happy to know that your friend Nancy will be joining us any minute. Hey, how'd you get that gag off? Well, it appears she's already here. All right, where are you? Nancy!
If I could make it back to my kayak, I could go get help.
Somebody stop her!
Go, run for it. Danger track. The only time in the game you'll hear it.
Oh no, I'm trapped!
Well, what do we have here?
I knew it was you all along. And I told Holt and Jenna, if anything happens to me, they'll know you did it.
Nice try, but I can smell a bluff a mile away. You're about to become the victim of an unfortunate kayaking accident, or maybe I'll tell my customers that the snake horse got you. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Whoop. So it seems like you want to hit him with it, but that's not a good idea. Instead, you want to throw it to the Orca.
What did you do that for? Say goodnight, Nancy. Nuts.
Way to go, buddy!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Holt Scotto?
Dear Ned, I've got to hand it to Andy Jason. The plan he cooked up to recover smuggled animal furs was a darn good one. First, he got himself an orca that the Russians had trained for covert military operations. Then he made it look like the whale was an orphan so he could hide her in plain sight while she did his dirty work at night. Then he and his henchmen disabled Katie's boat to keep her out of their way. They needed work gloves, so they stole hers. In fact, Andy's henchmen couldn't resist using the tunnel they'd found out about in Hilda's notebook to steal practically everything they could get their hands on. But now Andy and his buddies are in jail. Jenna is serving more clam chowder than ever. Katie is planning to vote for Holt after all. The orca is getting along great with a local pod and is rapidly losing interest in humans. And I'm back on the ferry headed home. See you soon, Nancy. P.S. Just before I left, I saw something appear, then quickly disappear in the channel by Katie's boat. She said it was just a log, but I'm pretty sure it was you-know-who saying goodbye.
And there we have it. Nancy Drew, Danger on Deception Island. We didn't get to... So there's a dialogue here where you can confront Katie about, like, the boat parts that she has that are also from Save King, which are the same ones that got stolen from Jenna, and... It's a whole. I'm starting to do that. It's kind of like, and she's like, yeah, you can book a flight out. I'll once my boat's fixed, I'll drive you to the airport. And we're like, ooh. For finding an Easter egg. Oh, okay. I found the 2 Easter eggs in the game.
Hey, fellow detective, ever been to a ranch? I haven't, but I've been invited to one. It's in Arizona, and it's called Shadow Ranch, and I can't wait to go. You're invited too. But I should probably warn you, it could be a little dangerous.
That trailer freaked me out when I was a small child. I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Coming soon. Alright, there we go. That's Danger on Deception Island. I love this game. It was the first Nancy Drew game I've ever played. I got it from, like, my parents got me a 5 Great Games for Girls pack, and it had, like, Hello Kitty Bubblegum Girlfriends, and, like, some other, like, there's a couple of horse girl games, and then also it had Nancy Drew Danger on Deception Island. And when I was a small child, I physically could not get through this game. I would get stuck on the puzzle where we had to use the international, like the military alphabet to find out what we had to do to get Hilda's gift, and I just would get stuck on that. Like, I couldn't get past it. But I would play the beginning of this game so much. I would kayak around, I would make clam chowder, I would play the World games all the time. It was great. And I only found out about, you know, all the other Nancy Drew games, like, pretty recently. Ever since I found the YouTube channel Vote for Holt. Gotta rep them, because they're great. I sort of kind of fell back into my Nancy Drew obsession phase, and now I have a lot of the games. It's kind of concerning. So who played Hilda Swenson? See, I was never a horse girl. Shannon Kipp. Okay. I wonder what else she plays. See, I was never like a horse girl. Like, I played a couple of horse girl games. Like, there was like Let's Ride Dreamer. There was a game about a movie about a horse named Dreamer or something that was a game. But like Barbie Bratz. I played a few Barbie games. I had I was obsessed. Completely 110% obsessed with Barbie Fashion Show. I loved it. Deception Island is a fictitious island set among the very real and very beautiful San Juan Islands. We encourage you to visit them, but look out for Caddy! Oh, man. But yeah, so they're developed by Her Interactive, and they actually are making another Nancy Drew game, and when it comes out, we will probably be playing it, because it's gonna be really cool. Shannon Kipp. Nancy Drew. Okay, who else did she play? Oh, she was in Message on Haunted Mansion. Okay, so the person who played Hilda Swenson was also Bette Raleigh in Shadow Ranch, and then Emily Foxworth in Message in a Haunted Mansion. So I've never actually played either of those games, so I'm not sure. Didn't do the first one I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of similar voice actors. Like, I'm pretty sure Andy Jason is the same. No, it's not him. Andy Jason is the same voice actor as somebody else. And I remember I was watching a Vote for Hope playthrough and I was like, whoa, that's Andy Jason. So, yeah. Good games. I think we can skip through these if I just click, but yeah. Okay, so I was kind of thinking that I was talking about Alibi and Ashes, but I kind of want to keep it classic. And I was thinking about game number 6, Secret of the Scarlet Hand. See, Scarlet Hand is a very mixed bag. Oh, that one was on my list. I just didn't get it with the most recent Steam sale. Ghost of Thornton Hall is an excellent game. I've heard very great things about it, and I will be getting it sometime. But just not right now, because it was one of the ones that was not on sale for $3.49. Unlike Ghost Dogs and Shadow at the Water's Edge. It was the one other I got. But, so I think I'm going to... I want to try and keep... I want to end stream. Sorry, I had to listen to the soundtrack here. I love this opening title. Childhood. What I think I'll do is I think I'll put us to, like... my, like, starting soon screen. Ooh! Clicking on things. Okay. And put us to my starting soon screen and try to pull up... Scarlet Hand in the background. So can I exit? I'm gonna have to go back into the game and exit out. Okay, exit it out. Alright. So, let's see here. What is my stream manager doing? It shows... Come on, stream manager. Okay, it shows my starting screen. Perfect. Yeah, okay. So let me get Secret of the Scarlet Hand going here. Secret of the Scarlet Hand is a very fun game. It's the community is very split about it. There's no clear mystery right when you start the game, because, like, you know, in most of the games you start and it's like the first interaction you have. Like, for instance, as soon as you load into Danger on Deception Island, you meet Katie and you go down to your boat and you realize that her boat's been vandalized, and then that starts the mystery off and all that stuff. This one doesn't have that much of a clear-cut mystery, but it is such a fun game. It's the most, like, educational one. But I love that. I think it's so fun. You learn so much stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up, and then I'm going to take a quick break, go to the bathroom, get my official mystery-solving notebook. I have, like, a scrap mystery-solving notebook, which has all my notes that are out of order and sometimes not correct. And then I have an official mystery-solving notebook, which everything is correct and in the right chronological order. And I've already done that up for Scarlet Hand, so we will grab that, and it will be a great time. Okay, so it's done installing. Perfect. So, let me get Scarlet Hand up here. Okay, so that's that. Let me get my background music playing, and I will go on a quick break, and then we will start Secret of the Scarlet. Oh, I should change my stream info real quick. What should I title it? Welcome to Beach Hill. Is that how you spell beach? Hold on. It is, okay. Now when you look at a word and it doesn't seem right. Nancy Drew, Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Okay. Successfully updated my information. Cool. Alright. I am going to take a real quick break, and then I will be right back with some Secret of the Scarlet Hand. hello, here I am, I'm back. Let me get us over, okay. Here we are. Let me make sure my stream manager is showing the correct stuff, because I am excited about this. Cool, we can see the books. Okay. Alright. Welcome to Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Let's begin.
Welcome to my latest case, Secret of the Scarlet Hand. To start playing, choose either Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Tutorial.
Senior Detective,
Dear
obviously.
Dad, greetings from the new Deputy Curator at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way. How's Africa? I sure hope this letter reaches you in Ouagadougou before you move on to Nairobi. So I got the internship. Your old friend Franklin Rose was awfully nice to submit my name to the rest of the members of the museum's board of directors. What an opportunity while I'm in between cases. As you probably know, the museum specializes in ancient Maya culture. My supervisor is going to be Joanna Riggs, a well-known archaeologist. Maybe you've seen her name in the news recently, in conjunction with the discovery of a strange Maya monolith. Apparently it's created quite a buzz among experts in the field. Well, Beach Hill plans to feature the monolith in an upcoming exhibition. Just imagine, this artifact has been buried for hundreds of years, and now it's going to be unveiled to the public for the first time. The museum is short-staffed at the moment, and they're expecting such a huge turnout that they've closed their doors to prepare. I can hardly wait to dig into this exciting project and learn how archaeologists and historians solve the mysteries of ancient cultures. I'll keep you posted. Love, Nancy.
Nancy Drew, I presume. I'm Joanna Riggs. Welcome to Beach Hill. I was just checking the lock on this display case. This is one of the museum's most treasured pieces, a carving of King Pakal.
Who is King Pakal?
Pakal assumed the throne
Nancy
at age
Silhouette.
12. Can you imagine? That was 615 AD. He ruled for 68 years at the height of the Maya civilization.
Is that jade?
Yes, the Maya loved jade and used it for many of their carvings. There isn't another piece like this in the world, and it's priceless, which means I practically had to sell my own grandmother to get it.
How did the museum acquire it?
Leave it to Taylor Sinclair. He's a wizard when it comes to these deals. You'll meet him later.
Some of the animation is a little woo.
Now then, Nancy, you're coming on board at a critical time for Beach Hill. An exhibit of this caliber is not kid stuff. Franklin Rose assures me you're a real trooper, and I hope he's right because I'm not here to babysit. I don't care who your father is.
Okay. Oh.
If there's one thing I've learned from my father, it's the value of hard work. Just tell me where to start.
There's a list of tasks for you in the lab. Once you've knocked those off, we'll regroup.
Where's the rest of the staff around here?
We've had to make some, budget cutbacks, so we'll be relying heavily on our volunteer staff. Namely,
I've forgotten
you.
this line before.
Besides Henrik and me, the only people who will be around to pester you are Taylor Sinclair, my ace art dealer, and Alejandro Del Rio, attaché to the Mexican consulate and executive thorn in my side.
Tell me more about the exhibit.
In addition to our permanent collection, we're borrowing rare pieces from museums and private collectors around the world. Soon we'll be sitting on the most fabulous collection of Maya artifacts ever assembled in one place. And now that we've scored the monolith too, Beach Hill sera numero uno.
Okay.
Was the monolith excavated in Mexico?
Yes, a hot young team of archaeologists, Americans and Mexicans both, dug it out of a cave near Palenque. Every curator from here to Siberia was trying to get a hold of it, but I'm the one who closed the deal.
Interesting. A small museum like Beach Hill?
Why do you mention the nationalities of the archaeologists?
Because in archaeology, everyone wants to be king of the sandbox. I became a curator because I want to help make artifacts available to as many people as possible. That's all that matters, isn't it? Unless you're Alejandro Del Rio.
Don't diss Alejandro. Don't diss Alejandro Del Rio.
What does this monolith look like?
It's a massive pillar of stone, nearly 1,500 years old, with Maya glyphs carved into it. We've installed it in the garden. Wait until you see it.
What purpose did the monolith serve?
According to Henrik, the monolith was made at the special request of King Pakal himself, but we don't know what its purpose was.
Who's Henrik?
Henrik Vanderheun, world-renowned expert in Maya hieroglyphics. He's the latest addition to the Beach Hill Brain Trust. I told him I don't even want to see his pointy Vander head till he's got a translation on that monolith.
Any last advice before I get down to business?
Semper ubi sub ubi.
Always wear underwear. Okay, so now we finally get to control ourselves. Wow, that was kind of a lot of dialogue in the beginning, but giving you, like an overview of what it is. A big critique with this game is that it takes place in Washington, D.C., and this is all the game is. Like, I feel like I can agree with that critique. Like, there could be a lot more that the D&D team could have done with a Washington, D.C. Like, imagine if we had, like, a National Treasure-style Nancy Drew game. Oh, man. Iconic. Completely iconic. But yeah, so this is the museum, which is so awesome. Oh my goodness, if I could go to a museum like this as a kid, oh man, it would be so cool. Got some stuff over here. So this is talking about... Oh, yeah, don't worry. Give us like... Because this game actually has a time instead of... See, Deception Island is one of the few games... Maybe not few games, but one of the games that's supposed to take place over an entire day. Like, because you arrive on the 17th, and it's like, you arrive, and then Katie's boat is broken, and then you start doing this mystery, and it's like, okay, I guess so. Arts and crafts. Cool stuff. Gods. Stuff like this. Those are pretty cool. Some fun discs. Got some masks. Talks about kings. Bakal. See, I never played this game as a kid, but if I did, I think that my Egypt phase would have been a Maya phase, because I would have been obsessed with this game. Oh, I went to see the Bakal. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Okay. Surely nothing will happen later. Some rituals, okay. Body shaping devices, cool stuff. Here we go. And then this is an area where, like... Oh, I can't see it yet. Oh, I can.
Some of the tiles are missing.
This looks like we gotta find some tiles. Oops, okay. I have to press on the lid to close it. Well, ink. All of this will become very important later. Okay, so now we can go into the temple, which is... Imagine if you're a kid coming to see this. Oh my gosh, it would be so cool. You get to go in the temple and do stuff in the temple, and there's 3 levels. So cool. So cool. Oh, I forgot to do something up front. Hold on. Let's go over here. Yeah, so this is what, so there's the exposition hall, the temple, and there's a garden. So cool. So cool. Is that the only $6 to get in here? Oh my gosh. This game was made like, what, 2002 or something? So now we have a temple card.
The knob is missing. The knob is missing.
That doesn't sound like Lonnie Manella.
The knob is missing.
That's weird. Okay, interesting. So let's go into the, oops, no. I want to go into the garden. Also, so cool. If you go around this winding path, you can see all these artifacts and everything. And then there's the monolith. Like, oh, so cool.
This side looks damaged.
Nancy Drew, or
Taylor
should I
Sinclair.
say, Detective
The
Drew.
garden is so
I'm
cool.
Sinclair.
Hi there. I guess you've done your homework.
I was at a meeting with the BOD recently, and I caught wind of your appointment and your credentials. Very impressive, if I do say so myself.
Well, I'm not on a case right now, that's for sure. I'm the new deputy curator, remember?
So, how's this for a specimen? Ever seen $1 million worth of rock before?
Do diamonds count?
So this is the monolith.
You bet your socks it is. Would you believe I dug it up in my backyard?
Yeah, right. That must have been some shovel.
Ouch. Well, they did say you were sharp. Seriously, though, thank goodness you're here. I'm afraid the museum may be in terrible jeopardy.
Oh, no. Is there something I can do?
Joanna told me to butt out, but I'm so fond of Beach Hill, I just hate to see it fall prey to scoundrels.
What scoundrels?
It's a sensitive subject. Meet me in my office later and I'll explain everything then.
You've got me worried. Can't we talk now?
Just meet me later. 707 Bing Cherry Boulevard. I've got to go. Enjoy your first day at Beach Hill.
Bye, Taylor Sinclair. So cool. Sorry. Can I spin yet? Yeah, it can just spin around it. Well, this side's
Looks like this side is missing a part.
Interesting. So cool. Okay, so then I need to go this way. Is this the way that we haven't gone yet? I think so. But yeah. So cool. Obviously so much work put into this museum exhibit. Like I said, if this was real and I was a kid, I would be living. Oh my goodness, it would be so great. Okay, so now we're on this side. So let's head back here to go find our checklist. To meet Henrik Vanderheen.
You must be Nancy, the new deputy curator. I'm Henrik Vanderheen.
That's right, I'm Nancy. Joanna tells me you're translating the glyphs on the Palenque monolith.
Yes, it's quite a project. The opportunity of a lifetime for me.
How's the translation coming along?
Fabulous. Just fabulous. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Joanna turned me loose without too many instructions. Do you have any advice for me?
Well, as you've probably heard, the museum is closed in preparation for the exhibit, so you'll have free run of the place. Please explore. The sooner you get to know your way around, the better. Think of the lab as your home base, your center of communications. Anyone who wants to get in touch with you will leave a note or a voicemail here, so check in often. I'm very busy with my work, so you're going to have to be pretty independent, but I suspect you wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm curious about your work. How do you go about translating a glyph anyway?
It can be a complicated process, involving research, piecing lots of different elements together, and a healthy dose of guesswork.
So there isn't a definitive dictionary of Maya glyphs where you can look things up?
Oh, I'm afraid not. You see, glyphs are so intricate and full of subtleties that multiple meanings may be embedded in a single glyph. So 3 distinct-looking glyphs may all translate to mean sunshine, roughly, but with different nuances. There is so much we still don't know. Lucky for me, I guess, or I'd be out of a job.
See you around, Henrik.
Will do.
Fan favorite, Henrik Vanderheen. So, I think that this game handles ancient languages a lot better than, per se, Tomb of the Lost Queen, which has, like, you can translate Egyptian hieroglyphs in Tomb of the Lost Queen, but they are one-to-one, A, B, C, D, like, it's a little not quite right. Okay, assistant curator task. Sort out shards of pottery and reassemble pot. Okay. Bring addenda to monolith loan agreement to El Del Rio, the Mexican consulate for signature. Order bubble wrap, packing tape, sticky labels. Match recorded narrations to appropriate displays in the main exposition hall. Or recorder Maya numbering exhibit. Reorder Maya numbering exhibit in the main exposition hall. Okay. Sunny was here. Sunny June. Okay. So, we have quite a bit to do. The first thing we can do is order bubble wrap and other packing tape at Silvio's Curatorial Bonanza. Alright, so let's check voicemail often.
You have no voicemail. Press 9 for an outside
I
line.
have it written here in my mystery solving notebook.
Silvio's Curatorial Bonanza.
I'd like to place an order, please.
Have you ordered from us before?
Yes, I think so. We have an account number.
Okay, good. That saves me a lot of paperwork. What's the account number?
BH119K.
BH119... BH119K? Beach Hill? Are you serious?
You sound surprised. I guess you were expecting Sunny June?
I was expecting Beach Hill to settle its accounts with me about 6 months ago. I've sent all 6 of the outstanding invoices to a collection agency. And you jokers won't get another packing peanut out of Silvio Jr. ever. Do not call here again.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Maybe we should go tell Joanna that need to pay their bills to the packing people. Huh, a knob. Property of Sunny June. Notes. I hate that bowl game. It's all random. Oh, I forgot about the bowl game. Oh no! I hope that everything's okay. I'm so sorry. Try Pascal's triangle. Yeah, or we could just guess and check when we get there. Not guess and check, but just pray that we get it right. Get to work, Sunny. Never look directly at Sinclair's tie. So this will be helpful later, because we have an audio narration thing. Or, you know, have it all written down like me. Cocoa Bandit. Okay. How do I have to go all the way back? Okay. No, I want to go back. Thank you. Alright. Anything else we can look at? Don't think so. Go tell Joanna. And also ask her about the paperwork we have to take to Alejandro del Rio.
Come in. How are the tasks coming along?
Oh, I can't tell her? Oh. Okay.
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
Do I have to ask her for the addenda, or do I have to find it? I think I have to find it. Oops. Okay. Okay, well, maybe I can do the pottery real quick. Yeah.
It looks like some pieces are missing.
Oh, I have to find the other pieces. That's right. Okay. Never mind. Let's go explore. So this is our shipping and receiving area. You can see everything that's come in and out here. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Okay. Well, here's Sunny's stuff. Anything good in here? Oh. A pottery piece. That's concerning. This is the same magazine that is in our suitcase in Deception Island. Fun fact. Wow. Got a package to open up. Well, not to open up, but that could open up. Got another one. Okay. I didn't know. Oh, this one's got like a number lock. Dang. Okay. Lots of stuff coming in. So this is the renumbering place. We'll get to that later.
I need to find another piece.
Okay, Nancy, relax. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is so unfortunate. Do I have the addenda in my inventory? I do not. Okay. That's no fun. At least you got it connected, though. Be a bad deal. There's the last shot. Pottery shard. Shottery pard. Saying all sorts of weird things today. Oh, I always do that. I always go one too far. Okay, here we are. Now we're gonna be able to put it together, Nance?
There. Now I can start putting this together.
Thank you. Quite right. There we go. Just let it go there. Nope. There. If only putting pottery back together and, like, you know, doing archaeological work was this easy.
That's done.
Yay! Okay. Went the wrong way around again. I always do that. Okay, need to bring the addenda. I guess I should go ask Joanna for it. I wonder if I can ask Henrik here.
I see you succeeded in reconstructing that Maya pot. Do you know what the glyph on it means?
No, I was hoping you could tell me.
Place name glyphs are some of the rarest and most difficult to translate. Even most of my colleagues wouldn't have a clue about this one. Ah, but I'm a rare breed myself, Nancy, and this is one of my areas of expertise.
In the words of Nicholas Falcone? Wait. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Okay, so Nicholas Falcone is a character in the final scene. Oh my goodness.
In the words of Nicholas Falcone, come on, spill it.
The glyph on that pot signifies the great ancient Maya city of Copan in Honduras. There happens to be a very important dig going on there right now.
Do you know any of the archaeologists there?
I have a few connections. Yes, I'm keeping up with the action by ham radio.
I can't seem to find the addenda to the monolith loan agreement that I'm supposed to bring to Alejandro del Rio.
Sunny June bobbed around this place like an untethered balloon. Who knows where he left those documents?
Oh, what to find
You'll just have to hunt them down. And FYI, Senor del Rio has been extremely touchy about this monolith loan, so try not to keep him waiting.
See you around, Henrik.
That will be fine.
I don't remember ever having trouble in finding it before. Am I just silly? It's not... Okay, so it's not here, right?
You have
Okay, it's not right here. It's not in his little drawer. Except for a bunch of Cocoa Kringles. Oh, hidden option to talk about the packing supply stuff. Okay, sorry. I will go back to that. I was too... taken aback by Nicholas Falcone. I never actually played the final scene. I've watched a lot of playthroughs of it. It's a classic. It's not really my kind of game. You know, there are certain games that you don't play.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm supposed to order more packing supplies, but the company says they won't do business with us anymore. Does Beach Hill have bills it can't pay?
No comment.
Oh, okay.
But Henrik, how am I supposed to get this order taken care of?
I hereby absolve you of that task. If Joanna wants things shipped, she can stuff them into garbage bags for all I care.
Did you know the deputy curator who was here before me?
Hurricane Sunny? I'm afraid I did. If he wasn't losing paperwork or setting off the fire alarm, he was cornering our visitors with his theory that the Maya were abducted by aliens. I'm afraid you'll be cleaning up his messes for a while.
See you around, Henrik.
That will be fine.
Good old Sunny June. Okay. I'm trying to think of other places I can check. We already found Sunny's box of stuff. We can check that again just to make sure I didn't miss it. Yeah, okay, it's not there. Nope, we need to go back. Okay, I guess let's check around the exhibits, because I know we can find some of the... He is quite the character. He is a reoccurring character. He believes that aliens abducted the Maya, built the pyramids. He has this whole, like, alien society thing going on. And then also, in one of the games in the Shattered Medallion, he runs a, like, survivor type of, like, I'm forgetting the word, but, like, TV show kind of game. And it's really bad. It's a bad game. And it's a really unfortunate, because, like, Sunny June is an icon. He's get referenced in many of the games. This is his first appearance, but he shows up all over the place.
It's locked.
Okay. There's one of the tiles. Okay. Let's go see if Joanna knows where the addenda is. This is like right here. Oh, I have that knob here. So now I can listen to some of the audio narrations when we do that. Oh, I know where it is. Okay. I remember where it is now. It's on the floor. Here it is. Extremely important monolith addenda. Paper airplane. Beach Hill will make shell payments of... Wow. Wow, okay. I don't know if we have enough money for that if we can't pay our packing bills. 200 days total.
I'd better deliver this to Alejandro right away.
Wow. To reproduce images of the property for the following. Mugs, keychains, and mouse pads. Interesting. So now we get to leave Beach Hill for the first time. Woohoo! We get to use the Washington Metro. Let's head over to the Mexican consulate. Time to set up order. Okay, it's not too bad. Should still be open.
How may I help you?
As much as it's so cringy when Nancy says that, so I'm not going to say it.
I'm Nancy Drew, the new deputy curator over at Beach Hill.
So, you're Joanna Riggs' newest pirate in training. How does it feel to join the ranks with the modern-day conquistadors?
I beg your pardon, but how does a deputy curator become a pirate in your book?
You had better brush up on your history, young lady. When the Spanish explorers invaded Mexico, they became known as the conquistadors, or conquerors. They robbed the indigenous peoples of their wealth, not just their gold, but their artwork, their sacred objects. Anything they did not steal, they burned to the ground.
Spitting facts.
Alejandro, I understand that many crimes were committed in the name of exploration.
I don't like the way that Nancy says
that was
it.
Hundreds of years ago. What does this have to do with Beach Hill?
There is more. In the 19th century, archaeologists discovered the ruins of ancient civilizations predating even the Aztecs. Many of the dig sites were robbed, and the stolen artifacts were sold off to art museums and collectors around the world. Today, finally, it is illegal among most civilized nations to remove an artifact from its native country. But sadly, there are thousands of precious antiquities with highly questionable provenance floating around the Western world.
I see. Well, I should probably get going. Here are the changes to the loan agreement for the monolith. I just need your signature, please.
So this doesn't say anything important, by the way. It was translated by a couple of the history YouTube channels.
I have some business with Joanna at the museum later, so I will return the contract to her then, after I have looked it over.
Actually, Alejandro, I think I'm supposed to take them back to Joanna myself.
You may consider your mission accomplished.
Well, okay then.
Goodbye.
One of the big, not questions, but it's there was a whole, not debate, but whole theme of, should we leave the orca alone? And Nancy Drew, or should we, you know, help it? It's repatriation of art in this one. And I have to say, I'm with Alejandro. Okay, let's head back to the museum. Oh, we should go see Taylor Sinclair, actually. It's important. Fine art and rare antiquities.
It's about time. Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old carcass. Want a cookie? They're from Oaxaca.
No, thank you. You said Beach Hill is in jeopardy. I need to know why.
The
old
art
Nancy
world is
Drew
being
games did it
ransacked,
so
Nancy.
well. So many.
Prudence Rutherford, a major
And its
patron
own
of
did-
the
mhm,
arts, had her
with that
fire
special
ruby
little-
necklace stolen from her villa in Topeka. 2 weeks later, a whole display case full of rare Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New Mexico.
Do you think there's a connection between the two thefts?
Who knows? I'm just telling you, this community, our friends and colleagues, my people are being systematically trounced by thugs. Who's to say Beach Hill won't be next? You've got to do something.
Doesn't Beach Hill have a security system in place?
The museum has a basic alarm system, but it's not exactly state-of-the-art. I've urged Joanna to approach the board about making some security upgrades, but she just keeps saying that the timing isn't right to ask for money.
With so much writing on this exhibit? How can that be?
Who knows?
I understand your concern, but what can I do to help?
We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm just a detective, you know. I'm not bionic.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Okay, no more flattery. Hey, that's an interesting piece, there by your desk. Something tells me it's not a Maya artifact.
How about that rubber shark? The artist's name is Poppy Dada. She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas over her stuff. I'll unload that one for some serious dinero.
Alejandro says you're unethical, a modern-day conquistador, that you're robbing Mexico of its cultural history.
And I say Alejandro is the real bully of the playground. A lunch money extortionist who loves nothing more than to see the other boys and girls go hungry.
When you sell a piece of art, what kind of commission do you get?
Standard, 10%. It's no king's ransom, unless of course you sell something for $1 million. Too bad I'm not allowed to put that monolith on the market, huh?
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
So that's Taylor Sinclair. Oh boy. He's something. Okay, let's head back to Beach Hill. Yeah, I love how Nancy Drew, the Game Teacher games, get into so many things. Because, like, Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake has a bit of, like, well, maybe, like, even if he was maybe a gangster, but he kind of helped people, that maybe everybody's not, life is not black
Good
and
thing
white.
Franklin gave me the museum key.
Is it late? It's not that late. So, yeah.
Come in.
It's good. I love all the Nancy Drew stuff.
How are the tasks coming along?
Do you think Alejandro would go to extreme measures, like stealing, to reclaim Mexico's artifacts?
Who knows?
Who knows? Okay.
When did Henrik come on board?
I got an email from him one day saying he heard the news about Beach Hill getting the monolith. He said he'd drop everything to come here and translate those glyphs. He was even willing to take a pay cut. What could I say except giddy up? You're hired.
Where was he working before?
At the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center in New Mexico.
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sub ubi.
Alright, so now we have to go do some more stuff. Deputy curating stuff. So this, like, has kind of a slow start, and this is one of the big critiques of the game, is that nothing really happens until you get through all the curator tasks. which I can kind of understand, but I also like the slowness of the game. Okay, so I found one of the... Oh my goodness, can I please step back?
You have no voice.
I always check that, 'cause it's always good to check it, because you get a great number of voicemails in this game. Oh, Henrik's not here. Can I look at his stuff? Instruction manual. Ham radio. Wow. Morse code. Okay. Anything else I can look at? Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. Okay. This is ham radio. Buy milk. Okay.
It's locked. It's locked.
Okay. Can't really look at anything of Henrik's right now. That's okay. Whoop, there we go. That actually got me, I'm not gonna lie.
Beach Hill's been hit. Sit tight, Nancy. The police are on their way.
Uh-oh. Now we're into it now. Oh no.
I should talk to Joanna
Oh, you're
before
right.
I touch anything.
You're so right. Oops, wrong way.
Come in.
Didn't mean to knock.
Someone has cooked up my worst nightmare and served it to me on a plate.
I'd like to have a look at the crime scene myself. Did the police turn up any clues?
The police took some samples for the crime lab, but they couldn't promise any overnight results. So if you want to put your little magnifying glass up to the scene, it's fine with me.
What were their initial findings?
Who knows? Right now, my priority is to get a move on this insurance claim.
I've got work to do.
Bye!
A lot of people think that the game should start with, like, you coming in as the deputy curator, talking to Joanna, and then immediately the theft happens, instead of kind of slowly getting into it. But I like the slowness. Interesting. Well, let's go see if we can talk to anybody. I wonder if Henrik's back. Nope, Henrik's still gone. It's not good. Okay, I wonder if... Oh, here we go. Something's up and I'll be gone for a bit. Run through the temple activities to verify all the questions can be answered based on the info available elsewhere in the museum. We don't want a little rascal rebellion on our hands when the exhibit opens now, do we? Be back ASAP. Thanks, Henrik. Okay. So now we, instead of just solving the mystery, we also have to figure out the temple stuff, which is so much fun. Love the integer. Yeah, lots of people have a lot of critiques about this game. And don't get me wrong, it is kind of... You gotta be in the right headspace for it, but I love this game. It's so much fun. So much fun. Okay, so now we can put... Oops. Can I please open it? Thank you.
Just one more tile.
I can't put them in yet. Okay. I forget where I find the last tile. My mystery solving notebook does not tell me, because I didn't write it down. Well, I guess we can go into the museum and try our hand at some of the activities. This bowl on floor 1. Yep, okay, so this is Bowl, the game, and it's a load of bowl. So what you can do is you can either roll or pass, and the number of circles that are visible is what you move, and then you try to take over. So we'll be here for a while, because there's a way to, like, they have the triangle in there, some sort of math algorithm thing, but I don't do it. Because you have to roll for the computer, too. Ah. All right.
Hut. 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 Hut.
Nice. Okay.
Hut.
Yeah, you need to land on top of them. If you go past them, they just go around to the other side. I'm not a fan of this game. It's something.
Hut. Hut.
Ah.
Hut. 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 Hut.
Of course they rolled a 1. Of course.
Hut.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Hut. 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 Hut.
Great. Okay. You know what? What if I just...
Hut.
Dang it.
Hut. Hut.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Hut. Hut. Hut.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. 2 more. Because it's... You think you only have 1 left because there's only 1 little dude down here, but there's also 1 after it that doesn't show up on here. So... Here we go.
Hut. 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 Hut.
Ah,
Hut.
dang it. Okay, we passed from each other. Good. There's a way to figure this out, to do it, like, actually how you're supposed to. But I just keep rolling and passing however I feel like I should.
Hut.
Dang it.
Hut. Hut. Hut.
Yeah, okay, we got it. First try. Wow, I don't think I've ever done that first try. It takes me at least a couple times to do it. We got it on our card, so we don't ever have to play bowl again. Okay. Then the other game in this one is this
I should
magic
put in my
game.
temple key card.
Yes, yes. And so you have to match those to ones that we've learned across the exhibits. Now I do have all of these written down. So this face up here, that one is 19, so that'll be important to know for later when we're doing our numbering game. This one we've seen before already. It's ink. This one is on our temple key card. It's road. This one is north. We saw that on the paper when we were looking at the map. This is black. We haven't found that one yet, but I have it written down. And this is throne. Yay! So yeah, part of this game is like that people don't like is that you do have to use the exhibits to find the answers, but that's what you're supposed to do anyway, because it's a museum. So I don't know. Does this one talk about colors? No. Maya ball game artifacts. Talking about bowl. Language. See, we found ink right here. We used that one. Sun gods. Range of the Maya. I know there's a way to find. Ah, here's black. So you can find all of them around. I don't know where to find that last number piece. Is it in the garden? I think it might be in the garden somewhere. Bingo! Okay. Now let's go and do some numbers. Where is it? Does it tell you the numbering system, or do we have to learn that from Henrik? Okay, so I know this because I've played the game before, but a dot equals 1, a bar equals 5, and then a few of these are certain faces. But I don't know if we know how to do that yet. Okay, that's right. So let's actually... What time is it? I don't know if it's night or day, though. Let's see if Joanna's still here, because it might be a good time to call it a day.
Need something?
Can you explain how you want me to reorder that Maya numbering exhibit?
Check with Henrik on that.
Well, Henrik's gone.
Have you seen Henrik? I found a piece of paper inside the Pakal display case. It had some glyphs on it and a print of a red hand. I'm hoping he can give me a translation.
What am I, fish food? Henrik's not the only one around here who can read a glyph, you know.
Okay, great. Did you happen to see the thief's message?
The police showed me the note. It said, "The magician suffers yellow death," whatever that means. Apparently, the thief just couldn't come up with the glyphs for "the curator suffers flaming purple disgrace."
I'm curious about the red handprint the thief left. Does it have any significance in Maya culture?
Afraid I can't help you there. What I want to know is what the hand was printed with. It's obviously not finger paint. Why don't you do a little analysis on it in the lab?
I haven't seen Henrik since the theft. Where do you think he could be?
Who knows?
Interesting. So now we gotta do a little analysis in the lab, which is quite fun. So let's go this way. Okay. Use insert sample. Okay. Krollmeister. Another big Nancy Drew name.
Okay, I've got a graph of the chemical used for the handprint. Now I've got to match it up with a known substance.
No. 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 There we go.
That's
HGS. Do I have that written down? I should. Yeah, I do. Later on. Okay.
According to this chart, HG stands for mercury. S stands for sulfur. So the handprint was made from mercury and sulfur.
Okay. Does it tell me that I need to do... No.
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
Let's do the narrations real quick. So what you're supposed to do when doing the narrations is you're supposed to go through each exhibit and listen to what's there. For instance, let's go... Oh, that's how we do numbers. That's how. We go here.
Strange supernatural creatures, sometimes called monsters, played an important role in Maya mythology.
So you hear it, and that's not quite right. So now we need to go over here. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like listen to one in each place, realize what goes where, and then put it in here. Or you can just have a list. Okay. So, some of these are correct and some of these are not. So, A should be number 5.
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world. Ham radios are often the only
I forgot to tell you how we know where this stuff is. Hold on. So if we go over here, we can see that Sunny June has a map made for us. With some of the... with all of the spots on them. So then you need to match the narration to where it is. And so we know that A was that ham radio one, because we'll head out to there. And then I'll just do them all real quick. So we know A is the ham radio one. Because if we go out here, we can see over here that this is all about ham radio. So now if we listen to it...
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world. Ham radios are often the only means of contacting the outside world. HAM is an acronym for Handheld Amateur Radio.
So then we just... that's rinse and repeat kind of thing. It can be kind of tedious, I'm not gonna lie. Which is why I have it written down. So I only had to do it once. Notice the capital letters. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know, if you're playing the game through, like, the first time, that can be really difficult to put together. Okay, it goes down. So B is 8. 8 is correct. C needs to be 14.
Strange.
Okay, D needs to be 7. E should be number 1. Yes, it looks like 7, but it's 1. Where do the numbers come in? So the numbers are the order, like, are which audio is which. So number 6 is
Although
about
the geographic range of
geographic cities. So you're supposed to match.
It is difficult to determine the range of
letter
Maya influence.
on the maps to the
Some
number
experts believe the Maya
of the
may have
narration.
traveled as far south as the Amazon
And
as
then-
far north as North America.
Shush. B, E, so B being 8, E being 1, F6, H 15, I 3, and then K, L, M, and O are all correct. A bunch of them are correct. It's just a few that are incorrect. You gotta move around. Yeah. I believe in Junior Detective, because we're playing on Senior Detective. I believe in Junior Detective, she comments that, like, oh, so I need to put the number of the audio with the letter of the exhibit. So it can be really confusing. Like, this is a kind of a big notebook, and there's 2 entire pages dedicated to the numbering system. Just because, not the number, the auto numbering systems, and then also the Maya numbering system. But it can be, like I said, it can be kind of confusing, which is why I have it written down. F is 6. That's correct. Okay, G needs to be 9. H needs to be 15. Oops. What is happening? What did I do now? What? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, this is D. Okay. That's still D. Okay, something weird's happening here. Okay. J needs to be 13. K needs to be 12.
There.
Oh.
That looks like it's in order.
See, some of them were correct. So you just gotta get it, and then she goes, woohoo, you're done. Alright. So that can be a really tedious task that takes a really long time. Because you have to keep going back, and then figuring out which narration fits it. You do learn a lot of stuff that you need to know for the other, like for the temple quizzes, and I believe you learn about the numbering system that way. Let's go and listen and see if that's correct. I keep pressing the wrong thing.
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers. Here is an example of the numbers from 0 to 19, from top left to bottom right. Notice how some numbers are represented with bars and dots, and some are represented with pictures.
So it doesn't tell us, but we did find something that can tell us what to do. So instead of just doing it and just being like, you find it this way, we're gonna go back to our hotel, which we actually haven't been to yet. The Colonial Hotel. This is where we can sleep till the next day, which we'll need to do quite a few times. We also found Sunny June's little thing here. Togo, the dog. It's Nancy's dog. Please enter your password. So it has to be something that Sunny June really likes. I think if you type in something wrong, so let's type in wrong. Try again. It gives you this. I feel like some... Oops. I pressed enter instead of shift. Sorry. Coco Kringle. I spelled Kringle wrong. Try that again. Coco Kringle. Yay! Stuff to do, stuff to remember, stuff to forget, and stuff to work on. Stuff to do. Convomatic narrations. Oh, so and this is telling you, also this is where you figure out here. These are all the correct ones. These are the ones you have to fix. I forgot about that you get a really big help with this. Sunny June's disc is super, super useful. Because you can either figure it out all by going back and forth or by using a bit of Sunny June's and figuring out from there. So that was my bad. Don't forget about this disc. Stuff to remember. Dots, bars, and gods. Sunny's I'd rather be counting sheep guide to the Maya numbering system. 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. 1 dot equals 1, 2 dots equal 2, 1 bar equal 5, so 2 bars is 10. So then a bar with a dot next to it is 5 plus 1 equals 6, so 3 bars and a dot is 16, kind of thing. Bars are usually vertical, dots should be to the left. If it doesn't look exactly like a dot or a bar, it doesn't count. Squiggles, ovals, incomplete dots, crooked bars, chocolate bars, mini stars, horses, shamrocks, diamonds, half moon, scribbles, dribbles. None of these count. Also, the Maya often put decorative marks next to their numbers, so just ignore anything that's not a bar and or a dot. Anything that doesn't look like a plain old bar or dot is out. Some gods also represent numbers, but they're pretty tough to pick out at first, but they'll really grow on you just like mold on cheese. This is absolutely useless. Tells you some of the gods, but I guess it does kind of help. It's like what is it? Where is? Looks like a Doctor 3. This one 3 is pretty useful. So then you gotta just work through it here. We've already seen 19. So we'll be spending some time working with the numbers. Luckily I have all of this written down. So don't worry. Stuff to forget. Temple quizzes. Oh, system login. S-June, system password, space baby. So we'll need that. I have it written down. Yep. Oh, we need to go find pictures of the fruit. That's right. Okay. Can't figure out the answer to level 2 quiz about the matchmaker, and Henrik isn't speaking to me right now. Okay, question for level 3. Oh, that's our stuff to work on. Dissertation topic. The demise of the ancient Maya through plague, drought, or UFO. Great. Wonderful. That's our note. Oh, I should call Franklin Rose. Okay. So, I think we're going to sleep until the next day. Maybe. Maybe not.
I need a disc.
It's only 1:45. Let me go back to the museum. can work on the numbering game real quick. There's one thing we need to do first, because it's not incredibly important, but it is pretty important. Also kind of fun. To Beach Hill Museum. It's random names. Marquis de Falcone. So I think some of these are fans and some of these are Easter eggs. Like Punchy LaRue is an Easter egg. I love the name Salamander Jones. It's amazing.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. How cultured.
ND fan 123. Oh, the Frou Frou Laboo. I'm pretty sure that's a reference to something as well. I need to go over here. Fully explore Joanna's office. Some pretty cool stuff. Some artifacts. Some boxes. Hidden Guatemala. An interview with Prudence Rutherford. I could do a Prudence impression to do all of this, but I don't want to ruin hearing Prudence Rutherford's voice, which we'll get to hear later. So it looks like, oh, look at that. She had a jade carving in a necklace.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. That's one of the museum's donors.
Mm-hmm. Close up the jade carving. Wow. So, well, that's important. We'll leave that later. Okay, well, let's go work on some numbers. See if we can get it quickly or if it's going to take a bit, because sometimes it can take a bit, even with a good guide. Alrighty. Then we'll do the test. So, it says 0 is a turtle shell with no shell. I believe that this is 0, right? Yep, okay, so that one's 0. 1 has fish lips, a really big nose, and a set of good teeth. Which could be any of these. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with this one. It's probably not right, but we'll go back to it. 2 has a big hat with 5 fingers and a semi-oval in it. A big hat with 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a semi-oval in it. I think it's that one. 3 looks like a doctor. The little thing there. 4 has their tongue sticking out. That's 4, because it has 4 dots. I guess that could look like its tongue is sticking out. I don't know. 5 has wrinkles and a fancy hat. Okay. This is 6. No, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 5 has wrinkles and a fancy hat. Oh, wait a minute. This is 5. So it's got 1 bar. Okay, 6 wears an eye patch with an X in it. That's correct. 7 wears rectangular glasses and a small oval on forehead. I think that's correct. It's 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8. Has a curvy forehead ornament and a peace sign on cheek. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's gotta be correct. 9 has a beard or acne. This should be 1. Because look at that. that one dot. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Okay. We were working on 9. Has a beard or acne? Sure. 11. No, sorry, 10. Looks like death. No nose and removable jaw. Looking for 2 bars. We need 2 bars right here. "11. Is frothing at the mouth and has 3 curly ovals on the head. This is 11. 10, 11. This is exactly what Sunny June has written down that I've copied into here. Because I wanted to I did want to leave it as a bit of a challenge for myself, and that's why it's so useless. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, 12 is a regular number. 10, 11, 12. 13 has a T on the cheek. 14 through 18 are numbers as usual. Okay. So that's 12, 12, 13, 14. Looking for 3 bars. 15. 16 should be 3 bars and a dot. 17.
That looks right.
Oh. Okay. Look at that. Huh. And then 19 is that same god that we found on the matching puzzle. Look at that. We got it. First try. So it's a combination of listening to what Sunny June says and also completely ignoring what Sunny June says. Okay. I'm not doing too bad on time. Let's look at the questions here. I do know all the answers, but let's look at them. Pakal ruled over which city in present-day Mexico? So what you do is you look at it and you go find it. And I happen to know, we happen to have already looked about King Pakal over here. Ruled the Maya city-state of Palenque for 68 years until his death in 683 CE. I do have all the answers written down. I think we should probably do the quiz real quick. These answers are on this front page. Okay. Did we find information about her here too? No, it doesn't. So there are 5 questions. Where do we find that information about? What's her name? Oh, we learned about it in the audio narration, I think. Let's just go. Let's just do it. Okay. Quiz. Call ruled over which city in present-day Mexico? Palenque. What is the name of Pakal's mother? That would be Lady Jacques Cook. What is the name of the calendar used to complete the 260-day ceremonial year? We could find this answer over by the language one with those circles. It's the Zolkin calendar. What is the name of the supreme god in Maya mythology? That is Itzamna. We can go find that in a minute. What is the name of a modern Mayan language? So, it's easy to think that is you can do this kind of out of order, where you go and talk to Alejandro more and you talk to him and realize that he speaks Nahuatl. And so I think someone else talks about something in Nahuatl. So you think it's Nahuatl. But over in the garden, there is an exhibit which talks about modern languages, which is, I'm gonna say these wrong. I'm so sorry. But Quiche, Caxical, or Ixiel. So let's put in, hooray! We have completed the successful Temple Level 1 quiz. So we can go find those other 2 answers real quick, too. So if we go this way, I think we can find Jacques Cook in here, too. Archibald Rutherford. Sulkin date. Jaguar Lady Jacques. Shield Jaguar. And it's not really learn what his mother's name is. Cahal, being a prominent man. Lady Jacques. Who feels a traditional woven Maya blouse that holds both symbolic and ceremonial significance. Learn a lot of really, really interesting things. I just want to go around the monolith. Thank you. Here we go, I think. No, this is this, function of the throne, dedicated to the goddess of the moon, Zisho, or Zisho. I say it wrong. It's relief to the rain god. Biosyphilic monster, continuous cycle of life and death. Did we not learn about Lady Jacques Cook in here? Oh. Okay, well that was on my bad, I guess. Lady Jacques. Did we learn about her in here? Oh! Henrik!
Henrik! Henrik!
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have taken a real nosedive off that pyramid.
Do you think he just fell, Nancy? Or was he pushed? Sounds like you need to find out about hospital visiting hours.
Yeah, but you'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first.
George is right. She is your supervisor, after all.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. So what just happened, is that we walked around the garden looking at stuff, me trying to be like, we found this stuff here, when obviously we didn't. And Henrik fell down the pyramid, and now has amnesia. So, he either fell or he was pushed. So it's like, oh, this is not good. Oh, it's the next day. So let's go to the museum and talk to Joanna, because this is bad. Not only do we have a theft, but we have a pretty major injury. Or brain damage. So that's bad. Hey Joanna, how are things going?
First the Pakal carving is stolen, and now my star glyph man bumps his head and forgets his own name? What's next, Nancy? Del Rio pulls the plug on the monolith, the board clams up on my funding, my mother posts my old prom pictures on the internet.
Take it easy, Joanna. I'm sure everything is going to be okay.
What I need from you right now is action, not commentary, Nancy. Will you follow up with the hospital and see if there's anything we can do to get Henrik's marbles back?
I'll call right away.
You can also pick up Henrik's mail if he gets any. Keep the lab in order and just try to help me keep the entire museum from going up in smoke.
I did the chemical analysis you suggested. That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur. Does that mean anything to you?
Sure, cinnabar. The Maya would rub it into their most important carvings to add definition to the artist's lines.
Where would a person get a supply of cinnabar?
We use cinnabar here at the museum the same way the Maya did, to keep things as authentic as possible. Henrik orders those kinds of supplies, but we've been out of stock for quite a while.
Oh.
The last I heard, there was some kind of holdup with the distributor.
Okay.
I've got work to do.
Bye.
So we need to call the hospital and we need to call whoever is the distributor. Yeah, okay.
Need something?
No.
I've got work to do.
Carpe diem.
Alright, let's go call some people.
You have voicemail.
Oh.
Press 0 to retrieve.
Let's receive our
Nancy,
voicemail.
hi.
Franklin
it's
Rose.
Franklin Rose. I'm calling because it's just... This theft is very bad news for the museum. You can't imagine the limb we went out on to acquire that Pakal carving. It's been one of the museum's main
There's an
attractions.
animal on that photo you looked at.
I don't want to take you away from your internship, but
I'll
if
go
you
back and
can
look at
do
it in a bit.
Little investigating, well, I think I speak for the whole board when I say we'd be very grateful. Give me a call
And
when
I
you
gotta
have a
call
chance.
Franklin Rose.
And
Okay.
Nancy, thanks.
This message is for Nancy Drew.
Oh.
Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Hospital in regards to Henrik Vanderheun. I believe you're a colleague of his? Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik's support person as he begins the difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. My direct line is 202-555-4000. Thank you.
To replay messages, press 0.
Okay, first let's call Franklin Rose while we're here.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
The thief left a message in glyphs. According to Joanna, the translation is, "The magician suffers yellow death." What in the world could that mean?
Oh, Nancy, you zero in on a case like a heat-seeking missile, don't you? I feel so much better knowing you're going to follow up on every lead. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
That's it. We don't tell him about Henrik or anything. Okay. Now let's call the hospital. Oh, I went to call him from the hotel. That's right. Okay. Preservation first. Oh, keep it real, restoration. Alright. Let's call them real quick.
You have no...
9.
I do not
Oh, okay. Relax.
You have...
There we go.
Keep it real. Max speaking.
Hi, I'm the new deputy curator over at Beach Hill Museum. I wonder if you could answer a couple of questions for me about our ordering history.
Well, hello there, Beach Hill. Hey, you're not Sunny June. Whatever happened to that guy? I suppose he caught a ride on a flying saucer, huh? What a riot. I'm sorry. Anyway, you don't need to reorder, do you? Unless you ate last week's shipment for breakfast, that is.
Do you know who placed that order?
The initials on the order are JR.
Was the package shipped to the museum?
Oh? Oops, I guess we didn't ship it at all.
Oh.
It looks like the package was picked up here at the warehouse.
So there hasn't been a hold up at the distributor or anything like that?
Hold up. Oh, I don't know where you heard that. We've got enough mercuric sulfide in-house to sink a ship.
Can you remember anything about the person who picked up the package?
I sure can't. Guess I must have been at lunch or something.
You're sure it was last week?
Oh, that's what it says here.
Interesting.
Well, thanks for your help.
Sure thing. I hope there wasn't any problem with the stuff, was there? We only used the top-grade mercuric sulfide.
Judging by the impression it left, I'd have to agree that the quality was fine.
Well, you sound a little green in the chemicals department, if you don't mind my saying so. I hope you know that mercuric sulfide is highly toxic. Makes you crazy.
Well, I have heard that mercury poisoning can cause hallucinations and other symptoms of psychosis.
Oh, looks like I've got another call coming in here. You give us a call in about 4 months or so when you start to run out, okie doke? And don't forget to keep it real.
Interesting. Okay. So let's go. I think, can I call them from
You
here?
have no voicemail. Press 9 for an hour.
This is Nurse Bluefoot.
Oh, there we go.
Nurse Bluefoot, this is Nancy Drew. You left me a message regarding Henrik Vanderheun. How is he?
Nancy Drew? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I'm so relieved. We've been unable to locate any family members, and we do like amnesia patients to have at least one personal support person when they begin reality orientation.
What's reality orientation?
Well, reality orientation is a kind of treatment that helps a patient get reacquainted with the facts and circumstances of his or her life. Henrik has not actually lost his memory. It's just that his brain is injured in such a way that he can't access the place where the memories are stored.
I see. So we need to help him find the trail of crumbs. Is that it?
Exactly. First, we do repetitive memory exercises to help Henrik relearn the basic facts, like his name and address, the name of his parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on. Second, we try to stimulate Henrik's sensory memories in order to help trigger or find the way back to his cognitive memories.
Where do I come in?
You can't help Henrik remember his childhood, but you can probably help him remember his work, and who knows where that will take him. All roads lead to Rome, as they say. One great tool is the Reality Orientation Board. This is a place to post information and pictures for the patient to look at over a period of time. You may want to bring in images or photos to place on the board. Things from the museum, perhaps.
I see. Well, I'll be happy to help in any way I can. When are visiting hours?
Visiting hours are 10 to 4 every day, if the patient is not engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Great. Is there anything else?
Just remember, Henrik's brain has been knocked around like a peanut in its shell. He may have attention difficulties, headaches, anxiety. Sometimes he may seem giddy, too. We need to keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
Thanks for the warning, Nurse Bluefoot.
Be well.
Good old Nurse Bluefoot. Okay. So we need to go over and talk to Henrik. Let's go do that. I believe it's still between... Yeah. We should see if Henrik has any mail. Be well. Yeah, Nurse Bluefoot is a character. It's the only time you talk to him, but he's okay. It's like, wow, okay. Let's go over to hospital. Anything else I can put on there? No, that's it. Police evidence on a memory board.
You look familiar. Is it time for my snack?
Okay.
Hi, Henrik. I'm Nancy. We met at Beach Hill before your head injury.
Beach Hill?
Beach Hill is a museum here in Washington, D.C. Before your accident, you were working there on some important Maya glyph translations. Do you remember anything about that project?
I don't even remember my own birthday. So if you're here to squeeze me for details, you're wasting your time.
Actually, Nurse Bluefoot thinks with regular visits, I may be able to help you get your memory back more quickly.
How, pray tell, do you intend to do that?
I'll visit, we'll talk. Sometimes I'll bring you pictures.
Pictures? Well, isn't this nice?
Think of it this way. You just got back from a fabulous trip, only you can't remember the places you went. So you decide to look through postcards to see which ones you recognize.
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, here we go. These symbols mean the magician suffers yellow death.
Your translator is sloppy. I should know. I am the author of the original work.
What?
The author? What are you talking about?
That first glyph is the fool, not the magician. Furthermore, any decent epigrapher knows those glyphs refer to the infamous plague of oozing hives. A fitting curse for a fool, don't you think? I rather like it.
Henrik, this note was found at a crime scene. Are you telling me you left it there?
I don't remember.
The Pakal carving is priceless and irreplaceable. If you stole it, this is your opportunity to come clean and return it to the museum.
Who in the world is Pakal? Oh, my head. Oh, the pressure. I can't take any more today, Nancy.
Okay, it's time for some memory therapy. Nancy, could you come back tomorrow?
Alright. So that's interesting. Sounds like Henrik may have, he definitely wrote the inscription on that paper, which is mildly concerning that it was found at a crime scene.
Need something? I need to show Henrik a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Check with Sinclair.
I've got work to do. Bye.
Alright, let's go check with Sinclair.
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick.
He doesn't know about the
sick about the whole thing.
Either.
I see you've spoken with Joanna.
I was in the museum when it happened.
Oh.
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know. I mean, I coughed up my brains right there on the table.
So, do you think this is linked to the thefts in Topeka and New Mexico?
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka.
Oh.
And on the display case in the museum in New Mexico.
Oh.
What's the chance they're not connected?
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
Why do you think the thief is leaving this red handprint?
To be a gruesome scoundrel?
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go.
Alright, we'll take
Keep
that
up
to
the
Henrik
good work.
tomorrow.
Any news?
There was an incident at the museum. Henrik is in the hospital with a head injury.
Poor Henrik. Another squabble between him and Joanna, perhaps? Oh, I'm kidding, but I do remember the time she threatened to push him in the pond.
Oh.
Temper, temper, I'm always telling her.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
Okay, so maybe he did fall. Let's go over to the Mexican consulate and get Alejandro up to speed on all this stuff.
Hello, Nancy.
Have you heard? The Pakal carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henry called me that I heard the news.
So he was in the museum?
So you were in the museum at the time?
I was dropping off the monolith agreement for Joanna, as I said I would.
Did you see anything suspicious?
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going. Whew.
It's odd that I didn't see you.
I was there on business, Nancy, not for tea.
Joanna is beside herself over the loss, you know.
She will get her insurance money and forget about Pakal in no time.
What about the Pakal carving? Wouldn't you rather see it in a case at Beach Hill than lost forever?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Pakal goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
Why did Mexico choose to lend the monolith to Beach Hill and not some other museum?
Johanna Riggs outbid everyone.
Oh.
I had no idea a small museum like Beach Hill could afford such an expensive arrangement.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, and several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl, but I have yet to learn the language of glyphs.
The Nahuatl connection comes.
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
Cinnabar was used to make the red handprint that was left at the scene of the Pakal theft.
What is your point?
Joanna said the museum didn't have any, but the supplier said she ordered some last week.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
Have you heard? Henrik Vanderheun fell off the pyramid at the museum. He's in the hospital with a mysterious head injury.
That is terrible news. I hope it's not too serious.
Earlier, you said that some artifacts have questionable provenance. What does that mean?
An artifact's provenance is the story of its origin and ownership. For example, how it made its way from a temple at Chichen Itza to a museum in Washington, D.C. If the artifact's provenance reveals that it has been stolen, then that artifact must be returned to the country of its origin.
Then the relics at Beach Hill must all be legitimate, right?
No, not at all. Provenance documents are often tampered with or forged to cover up the theft. Because of this, thefts continue and a great deal of art is moved on the black market, even today. Unethical art dealers and greedy museum curators do nothing to stop this.
Learning a lot of very interesting things. Like, I didn't know anything about provenance documents until I played this game the first time. It's great.
Are you suggesting Beach Hill is involved in these kinds of misdealings?
If Joanna Riggs or that overstuffed pillowhead Sinclair had any decency, they would take measures to see that all Maya artifacts were returned to Mexico at once where they belong.
And what if these measures are not taken?
My country will have its due, Nancy, even if I have to begin reclaiming its artifacts with my own two hands.
Do you consider Henrik a conquistador, along with Joanna Riggs and Sinclair?
Henrik is a student of my culture and my heritage, not trying to buy and sell it. We don't agree on everything, especially not baseball, but I have nothing against him.
I should get back to the museum.
I think that's the perfect example of agree to disagree. You can agree to disagree on baseball, but not like repatriation of art or like human rights. Yeah. Okay, we got everybody all caught up. We can't go back to Henrik because we made him mad. Let's go cross off everything on our little list that we have to do. And also, like, can we snoop through Henrik's things anymore? No? Okay. No. Oh. Nancy, the police called. They want me to go down to the station for further questioning. Something about an anonymous tip. Ugh, do I have time for this? No. Hold down the fort while I'm gone, will you please? I left my office open if you need anything. Be back soon, Joanna. We are now in charge of the entire museum.
You have voicemail.
Nancy, it's Joanna. The police are done giving me the 3rd degree, but now the board has suspended me. To make a long story short, I'm forbidden to set foot in the museum. Could you please call Franklin Rose and try to reason with him? If we don't get a move on, this exhibit is going straight down the tubes.
To replay messages.
I think the exhibit might be the least of your problems right now.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, you must be psychic. I was just getting ready to call you myself.
As a matter of fact, I have been brushing up on my mind reading.
Well, thank goodness I've got you on my side. I feel I should apologize for the situation that's going on at the museum, dear. I really did think we were setting you up with a nice little internship, a breather from your casework. But instead, it looks like we've fed you to the lions.
Well, in all my travels, I still haven't found a mystery-free zone, Mr. Rose.
Speaking of travel, I got a postcard from your father in Ouagadougou. Apparently, Burkina Faso has become the cultural darling of West Africa. He must be having quite an adventure.
Like father, like daughter. Anyway, Mr. Rose, I'm calling about Joanna.
I think I know what you're going to say, Nancy. Let me be frank. Joanna Riggs has been in the doghouse with the board for months. Her thirst for acclaim has led her to gamble the future and the reputation of Beach Hill time and again. Now that we've lost the Pakal carving, one of our most notable pieces, well, she's just got to be stopped.
But with Henrik in the hospital and Joanna suspended, how can we possibly get this exhibit off the ground?
Leave that to me. We'll postpone the opening if we have to. Look, I've got a client waiting, Nancy. What we need now is for you to take up the slack. I've spoken to the rest of the board, and we've agreed that the best thing is to put you in charge.
Great. But Mr. Rose, I don't think Joanna is responsible for the Pakal theft. She shouldn't be punished.
She's not being punished, dear. In legal terms, we're suspending her in abundance of caution, so she won't do any more damage to Beach Hill's reputation or her own. We're counting on you to catch this thief red-handed. Ha ha. Just kidding, kiddo. If you can get the Pakal back, we'll see about giving Ms. Riggs another chance. That seems fair, doesn't it?
It's a deal, Mr. Rose.
Bye, kiddo.
Okay, so now we're in charge of the entire museum. Let's go snoop through Joanna's office. And we might call it a stream there. I know it's a little early, but I am not feeling spectacular. It's Shark Week for me, so that's a fun time. Not at all. We can look at what she's looking at. Oh, that's pretty fun. It is actually really cool. I think microscopes are so cool. Can't look at anything there. I was gonna look at this picture in here again, except I got distracted by Henrik falling down. Great. It's very interesting. Great. I can't even read it. Something Guatemala. Oh, we can look at her credentials. Okay. Cool. We can also look at her desk. Also. The shark enclosure. No, it's, I'm on my period. That's what I was referring to. I'm sorry. Shark Week as in, it's a bad time. No, I don't work with sharks. What do we have here? Oh, a key thing. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, I do work at a very large vacation destination here in Florida, but doesn't have sharks. No. It would be cool. I think it would be really cool to work with sea animals. What are we supposed to be looking at here? Okay. Anything else? No? Okay. Go over here. Oh. Oh wow. Got a bunch of whole stuff here. Oh, Providence documents.
Who knew one piece of jade could have so much history?
Looks like it was first recorded Starfish, California. Okay, Beach Hill. The game takes place in 1993. Okay. Transferred. Sold to. Okay. Taylor. Felix and Miranda Peterson have both passed away. Had no children. Pre-Columbian. Auction will be held on February 7th. Bertram Vandelay. I think that's a reference to something as well. Taylor Sinclair, Vandelay. Interesting. So those are the Providence documents for the Pakal carving. Anything else we can find in here? No. Oh, I thought we could find something else in here. Okay. So we have some keys, which they look like they go to a museum exhibit. Open stuff up now. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it right here. We'll be able to look at some more stuff. Actually, I think we're going to go back to the hotel. Call it a day there. That way we can head to Henrik's in the next day. So let's head back to the Colonial Hotel. And then let's set our alarm for 10 a.m., which is when the stuff opens. Okay, save our game. Game has been saved. Something saved here. Okay. Alrighty. With that, I think I'm going to call it a day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We had a great time. I know I did. I hope you did too. We finished Deception Island. I pulled my earbud out. Okay, let's try that again. We finished Deception Island, started Scarlet Hand. I think I'll be back Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, finishing up Scarlet Hand. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next time. Gonna get some streamception. As I say, bye-bye.